It is December the 16th, 9:26 a.m., 4 minutes before the market open, and this is my main watch list. It's going to be morning panic bounce play setups with ICOA. I feel like all of these now at this point qualify for a potential morning panic bounce play if it does one at any point. And KYNC is the second one, and then AXXA is the third one. All of these can be morning panic bounce plays. ENGA and I believe this one SBES. I would like to see these things uptrend for more than just one day. Ideally, it can be potential morning panic bounce play setups in the future, and it can run at least 3 days. I'm not really that interested in uptrending breakout setups. I like dip buys, morning panic bounce plays, and that's what I'm going to focus on for the market open. It is 10:10 a.m. and I figured I'd make an update. I think I'm going to lower my dollar risk level on morning panic bounce plays from $30 to $15, and I have been trading at a $15 risk level just because it's a new platform and I'm just getting used to it. But I think I'm going to keep it at that 15 level, which means morning panic bounce plays, I'm going to have a $15 risk level. Any other OTC related setup is going to go to $8, and then listed stocks is going to stay where it is at $4. I just seem like it just seems like I don't really have a grasp for morning panic bounce plays, whether it be because I just haven't been trading them in a while, or maybe they're just trading things differently. ICOA was a morning panic bounce play setup that I traded. It did work out, but the way this one traded was kind of disgusting throughout the entire time. It did offer like a double bottom setup here too, and I was watching it, but I mean the way it trades is just gross. But it did offer the move, and I think that's pretty good. And since yesterday, I've been seeing this, that when a morning panic bounce play happens, it tries to trade off a certain level, and then it breaks that level briefly, and then after that it kind of makes the uptrend later. Like this one, it broke it and then it came back immediately. So I've been in this situation before. Maybe market makers are just changing their ways, or it just depends on the stock. I honestly don't know, but last time I had this thing happen, what I started to do was buy when it would break the support level, and I would be profitable a lot of times. So right now it's just going to be a matter of me just thinking and seeing how I can adapt, and maybe update the way I trade morning panic bounce plays to be more profitable, because as much as I like being on the right track, I want to make money off of these setups. So if that's not happening, then I need to look at what I'm doing and what I can do differently to be profitable. I did trade ICOA, and a second contender was KYNC. I didn't trade that one, although it did offer a move. It just wasn't too ideal how VWAP was so close to the bottom of that one. But I was long ICOA at 11.5, and that was at 9.33. Right here, 9.33. I was in right here at 11.5. Kind of had nice. It had a nice downtrend. It looked like it was going to play off of 14. It did show like a wall of bidders around 14 in that level, give or take. So I was interested in it for that reason, and I was in at 11.5, and I was in the setup, and I cut it the next minute because, as you can see here at 9.34, it did break that risk level that I was playing off of, and I got out at 11. So oh wait, that was my limit. 11.3. Yeah, I got out here, and in this candle I was long here, so it was just $2. But it just is a bit frustrating because it did break my risk level, and then they bounced it back immediately. And I've had that situation happen before, so I think I might try to do that. I might be in that situation where I'm going to let it break the support level that it's making at the moment. I'm going to let it break it, and then I might be interested in being long if I see a level 2 reversal. If I don't, and it just keeps downtrending, then maybe it's going to try at a lower range, and that could totally be a possibility. But I think that's what I might do. I might just wait, and then sure is going to be one that it actually holds the support level and it breaks towards the upside. But then I can try when it comes back and does like a higher low, lower low, or a double bottom setup. So I think that's what I'm going to do, just to adapt to the way these things are just trading, considering that's how it was yesterday as well and today. And I think that can help me be profitable there. Again, I only lost $2 because it did break the level here. It did turn around, and I wasn't trying to jump back into setup again. It kind of trades with a spread. So, it did that nice move, and then it did this, I guess you can call it now a double bottom, but, I just don't like the way this one trades. It's kind of ugly, but it did offer something. The NGA did have like a downtrend, morning panic. It didn't like offer a morning panic bounce play per se, but it's not, where it was the other day. It's down 25%, so unless this one can consolidate here an uptrend and maybe keep running for a few more days, and then ultimately it can be a morning panic bounce setup. Right now I have no interest in it. I'm gonna remove it, but it's gonna be on the other watch list. KYSE, I was pretty close to this one. I could have been in at 89. Just the thing with this one is that VWAP is right there at 91, so you're in at 89. Best case scenario, you sell at the ask 91, because sometimes they only get to VWAP. Sometimes they get right under VWAP, so maybe I'm in at 89 and 90 is at the ask, right under VWAP. It doesn't uptrend more, and then I get out at 88 or 87 because the thing fails or whatever. So I just didn't see that there was much odds that this thing could offer something, but maybe I have to make an adjustment. But it did do it here. In theory, it could have been at 89. 93 was at the ask, so maybe a sell at 91, which isn't the best range, but I do like how it came back to the bottom here and it put up a higher low off of the morning panic, and then it made like a low volume uptrend to 97. This part wasn't low volume. Somebody bought a lot of shares, but the rest here was low volume. It doesn't seem like it was really trading. If anything, it was not even trading this minute here. It wasn't trading with much volume there, and then it still could have been a sell, right now at 91 and you're in at 90. So the range isn't really that nice, but looking at the chart for what it is, it did offer something. I am looking at GRTX. I'm pretty conflicted because this could be like a short setup where it just breaks this level at 246, but it might be overdone, and I think SSR is enabled because there's always a lot of people at the ask, and that's the only way they can get their shorts executed is being hit on the ask. So you can't just throw in your short order at right here at 257. You have to put it at 258 and hope somebody, all of these green prints, you just hope that one of them hits your order and then you're in the setup. So that could be the case there, but it could also be some kind of short squeeze if they just keep holding a certain level and then they play off of that level and maybe they break the range, and that could cause a lot of people to get their shares squeezed, right? So that could be a possibility with that. SBES, I have no interest in it for right now. I'd like to see an uptrend. If it doesn't, that's too bad. AXXA, I wasn't really interested in this one. It didn't offer like a morning panic bounce play. It can perhaps do one in the future. Kind of looks like an inverse head and shoulder head, and then maybe if it can do another follow-up spike and it downtrends, maybe it holds VWAP or something for a shoulder. That could be an interesting setup, but yeah, I think I'm going to have to make some changes. Keep my dollar risk level at 15 for morning panic bounce plays when it was previously 30, and just continue to adapt and make changes and really analyze the morning panic bounce play setups so I can be more profitable. And maybe the pattern is just dying, who knows, but I think I just have to make some changes because it seems like they do offer a bounce. It does seem like I'm on the right track, and I need to be profitable and on the right track too. It is 10:29 and I just want to record this price action. Look at this beautiful spike here. All of the people I think who were trying to get short at the ask because they have to, because the SSR is enabled, probably, maybe it's not enabled, but I'm going to guess it is. All of this price action, and then it's just, the thing with this is that it was just working so hard to get near the bottom of it. It was just working so hard, trying so hard, so desperate, and then boom, we have the big short squeeze right here. Now, is this gonna last? I don't know. It could, it couldn't, but that was a pretty nice short squeeze right there. That was pretty cool to watch. Just all the people who probably got short here are immediately getting out because it broke their precious VWAP, and now they're all very salty because now it's going to be the top. So and they're out, so they short again, and then it happens again. They just squeeze them and squeeze them and squeeze them, or maybe not. I have a lot of orders I need to catch up with. I was, focused on the morning panic bounce plays, but I was watching this to see if it was gonna break this, just to learn from the price action, really, to break the 252 level and maybe try to do something off of this 245 level as well, or if it was gonna do something like this and squeeze. And I guess I'll make an update later to see how this one does eventually, because that's pretty impressive. Maybe the squeeze can last longer, maybe not, but that was a lot of volume, for this stock right here. And as for the other ones, nothing here. KYNC is kind of downtrending. Maybe you could like buy near the day low and then hope it turns around and gets towards VWAP again, but that's not really my thing. But that can be something that can work, and maybe if it works a lot, I might consider doing something like that. Nothing with ICOA. Pretty much the morning panic, and then the bounce after that one is all I'm really interested in trading. SBES keeps downtrending. AXXA, I don't know, this one could go either way, honestly. And that's really all I have. Just wanted to see RTX. I need to catch up with orders, and yeah, I think the next recording will be once the market is closed, unless I see something else somehow and end up trading it perhaps too. Okay, it is 4:55 p.m. and I am here to call it off. Overall today I am down like $1.55 something cents. I traded a $15 risk level here with ICOA, and let's just actually no, it looks better with extended hours. So my setup was here. I got out in this little baby wick, and the thing kept going. So this is what I'm thinking about. I've had some time to think while I've been doing my main thing, my business, and this is what I'm thinking. Morning panic bounce play. It tries to play off of a certain level. Let me get this screenshot right here. Morning panic bounce play, it starts playing off a certain level. I wait for that level to break. I wait for it to break. There's gonna be one where, and it'll probably be tomorrow, but I'm here for the long term. There's gonna be one where it's gonna have a morning panic, and it's gonna play off of a certain range, and it's gonna immediately make a bounce. If that happens, sure, I missed it. That's too bad. But then when it does the higher low, right, or the double bottom, or the lower low setup, I'll play that move, right, with the same rules in place. So I'm gonna let it again have its panic, make a bottom, a support level, a fake support level, because it's gonna break it. And then when it breaks that support level, I'm gonna be watching the support level, breaking and everything, and I'm gonna be watching this price action right here. This is gonna be critical. If it breaks the support level and it does like a little downtrend, and then it looks like a bunch of bidders jump in and it's going to hold itself together like it did today, right, I'm going to be long here, because I'm going to see that it broke the support level. It had this little panic. Everybody who was in, or maybe watching, or maybe somebody with the mindset I had this morning, gets out of the setup, but then it looks like it's holding itself together and it starts coming back. It doesn't matter if I don't get in this wick. It doesn't matter, maybe I get in right here, right, because of the price action being so quick. That's totally fine. I will be in the setup, and then it just seems that much more likely it's going to work, and I get to be a part of this, a nice bounce to sell into above VWAP. That will be super profitable and nice to be a part of. And then of course I can trade. In this case was the double bottom setup, and it did the same thing again, and it did go even further. It got to 13.4. So that's the idea I have now. I'm gonna wait for it to make that support level and break it, and then I'll be watching this. If it does a level 2 reversal, then I will be long that setup, right, even if I don't get the wick. And then just a really high odds chance I think that the morning panic bounce play is gonna work. Now what if it doesn't do that? Like, what if it just keeps downtrending, right? What if it just keeps failing? Like, for example, here, right, for example, it has this panic right here, This is a support level, right? Or you can say this like the way I traded it the other day. What if it breaks the support level like it did here in this candle, but it actually doesn't immediately start bouncing back to the range it was in? And in this case, it actually went even lower. Well, I'll just be watching it. If it looks like it's going to be a level 2 reversal after it breaks the support level, or you can even play it off of here. If it doesn't look like a level 2 reversal, if it looks like it's going to keep downtrending, then I'll be watching that. And then I'll be watching that, you know, if it tries to make another move towards the downside, or maybe try to hold itself. Because right here, you know, it continued to drop. It ain't, you know, it head down. It didn't, you know, break this support level, right, and then try to come back immediately. It actually went much lower as it did right there. So then what I'm going to do is watch that, and then you can see here's the support level to play off of. I would say the wick 1-2 minutes later, after it made this bottom, it breaks it again. But guess what? This time it broke that support level that it just made the new bottom level just briefly, and it immediately came back. And then it started to be something where I could be in for a setup and then be a part of this nice move towards the upside. So that's what I think I'm going to do. It's just a small adjustment. I'm not going to be long a setup and then, you know, okay, I'm going to play off the support level. It breaks it, I'm out. No. I'm going to see it make a bottom. I'm going to see it trade around this bottom. It's going to make that support level. I want to see it break it. And if it looks like a level 2 reversal is going to come back, or it comes back briefly, very quickly, then I'll be long. And then if it breaks it, but then it keeps downtrending like it did there, I'll rewatch that, you know, for a further continuation of the pattern and a new entry at a lower range that it's trading. And there's going to be one that obviously will actually be normal, hold a support level, and then uptrend. I'll be in for the, again, the higher low, the double bottom, or the lower low setup for a bounce from there. And of course, there is that possibility that maybe I'm in the setup, right? It looks like it was going to do a level 2 reversal, and I got in that potential level 2 reversal. But what happened was that it actually continued to head back down. Maybe it briefly came back to the level, and it looks like it was going to play off of that, but then it just went further back down. Then I'll cut it right then and there. So that's the new mindset I have for these morning panic bounce play setups. ENGA looks like it continued to drop a lot. I wouldn't have really have traded this. It doesn't have the volume. I'm not somebody who did buy something later in the day, not, you know, a morning, you know, panic. This one actually faded, which is unfortunate because I don't necessarily like trading morning panic bounce play setups, you know, on sub penny stocks. Those are kind of sketchy. So maybe this one's going to be a watch, sure, but it won't be a priority. As for this listed stock, this is the last recording I had, which was that super nice short squeeze. It looks like it did continue to head towards the high. So everybody who was trying to short this thing right there, thinking it was going to break this level right here and then break this one ideally and then head even lower, they were just fighting so hard for it to head towards the bottom. Now they could have worked out, but I just felt like it wasn't enough that I was going to put money on it. It's not something I'm too interested in trading listed stocks. I want to get really good at OTCs, but that was pretty cool to watch. AXXA looks like it had a panic. I wouldn't have traded this even if I was there because, you know, it's a middle of the day panic, and it looks like it didn't do much of a bounce either way. It kind of broke the support level here, confirmed breakdown, and that wasn't it. Unfortunately, it looks like only ICOA, unless I'm missing some other OTC runner that I'll find tomorrow, if not maybe later today, that I will be watching for morning panic bounce plays. But that's all I have for today. At least this one is a green candle. I'll make those adjustments on how I trade morning panic bounce plays. And maybe I was just rusty because I haven't been actually trading OTCs with a real account until, you know, yesterday, because I was waiting so long for the money, the cash to settle, and Fidelity so I can trade OTCs. That's all I have, and I'm thankful for God for the great lessons. Ideally, that adjustment can help me be a lot more profitable. I like being on the right track, but I also want to be profitable. And I think that, which I just thought about, and I've implemented that before. Maybe I've just forgot it again. Just not trading OTCs for a long time is going to help a lot. So once again, I'm thankful for God, and just a small, lost day, but I think there's a lot of good potential. And I will be sticking to that $15 risk level until I see myself be profitable consistently, and then I can up it to 30 and maybe move forward from there. But for now, I have to get good, and not just good, profitable, not just on the right track, but profitable trading. Morning pending bounce play setups.